Hello everyone, this is Viren and welcome to the fantasy match preview for the first ODI between England and India. This preview is powered by Nostra Pro, and you keep in mind that you join us on the Telegram channel Fantasy Cricket Pro for all the final teams and updates. Now let's get to the preview for this game. So this is my fantasy team. For this particular game, I'm going to go with one keeper, 5 batsmen, 2 all-rounders and 3 bowlers. Now keep in mind at Kennington Oval, it's a pretty balanced pitch for batting as well as bowling. So yes, if I feel it's a used pitch, maybe I take a few more all-rounders, but for now this is the balance that I'm going with. Now let's look at the depth team and the details, the rotations and all of that. So first up, the keepers and the batters. I know this is a rare game for you where you're seeing me take more batters, but I think in the ODI it might be justified if the pitch is a fresh one. So the one keeper, Johnny Bairstow, who's going to open with Jason Roy, who's not been in as good touch, but we know the sort of touch Bairstow is coming off with, especially even though it's just a different format, but the form and the momentum always helps. Then the 5 batters, Joe Root. I think you have to keep him in any match that you play in England, whether it's T20, ODI or Test match. And yes, in ODIs he does bowl a bit too, so you can keep that in mind and accordingly make him a decent captaincy or vice captaincy choice even in small leagues. Your other batter from England would be Liam Livingstone, who's more of an all-rounder, but I think with his big hitting as well as the fact that he can bowl off spin and leg spin, he should bowl a decent amount of overs. And then the 3 batters from India, Virat, Rohit and Dhawan. I'm going with the 3 experienced men. I know all of them have not been in the best sort of touch. Some have got starts, not carried on, but I think this is the sort of format that would suit all of them the best, as there's no red ball movement, nor is there too much of run rate pressure, especially because these guys are going to bat in the top 3 or 4. So I think that at least 2 out of 3 of them should, 2 out of 3 per game should come good in this particular series. So these are my batters. Now let's look at the next section. And now we look at the all-rounders and the bowlers for this game. 2 all-rounders, Hardik Pandya and Ben Stokes. This section is a little more straightforward. Both are going to be my captain and vice captain respectively, as in these conditions they should be suited with their bowling as well as their attacking batting with the ball coming onto the bat. So I think both of them pretty obvious choices. Like I mentioned, if it's a used pitch, then I will reduce batters and take in the likes of Jadeja and Moeen Ali. Then you look at the 3 bowlers. First up, my one bowler from England, David Willey, who's again essentially more of an all-rounder. And in the ODI, even if they have a mini collapse, then his batting will come into play just like it did in the second T20. The other 2 bowlers would be Yuzvendra Chahal and Jasprit Bumrah, both of whom, according to me, look like the best bowlers of that T20 series from the guys who are in the squad, obviously with Bhuvi not being in this squad. So I think they make the best picks for us. So this is my dream team for today. You to go make your team right away on the Nostra Pro app, and remember to use the code FANTASYPREVIEW to get 100% cash back on your first deposit, and join us on the Fantasy Cricket Pro Telegram channel for all the final updates. Go make your teams right away on the Nostra Pro app.